Hi everyone, I am Anil Kumar, motivation speaker. Today I would like to speak about how to remember for an answers during your LLB examinations. What do you call? University examinations under KSLU. So this video can applicable not only KSLU, entire India, whichever LLB institutions are available. For those students, this video can able to apply. First of all, why I am making this video? Many of the students I have seen during the LLB examinations. Many of the students, they have studied well, but they were unable to answer the questions. So why it has happened? Due to half of the studies. They have not perfectly studied about each questions. So that is why they have lacked to write or unable to write their LLB examinations. So I am going to give very good informative tips in this video which I have adopted in my student life. So if you follow these tips, definitely you can able to write your answers in the LLB examinations. So first of all, what our students normally they do in the examinations, they used to study the subjects whichever the arised, means in the during the LLB examinations. After announcing the timetable from the university, they will take and read just like that. They read, they don't understand keenly and they don't study properly. That was happened, but due to various reasons they are unable to answer the questions in the university examinations. So first of all, my advice here is to every LLB students, they have to make notes for each subject. You have to utilize the time properly. When semesters classes starts, in that time only you have to start your writing your notes. Otherwise it is very difficult to remember each key points, sections, subsections, articles, case laws, illustrations. You can't remember, my dear friends. So LLB is not like theory or like other subjects. It's a little difficult subjects which we can able to remember case laws. We can able to remember specifically key points and sections, subsections, articles. We have to remember each and everything. So that is why you require to prepare your own notes. How to prepare your own notes, that also I have explained in many videos. So my advice here, you have to take previous question papers, at least minimum 5 years previous question papers you have to take. All the questions you have to write on your own. Don't take any printouts. Don't waste your money, my dear friends. Unnecessary taking prints, unnecessary, we should not waste our money. Any of soft copies are available right nowadays, so you need not to take any prints. In the soft copies itself, you can able to write all questions. 5 years previous question papers, you have to write all questions. Nearly it comes around 35 to 40 questions it comes. So for each 35 to 40 questions, you have to prepare your own notes. How to prepare your own notes? 10 marks questions and 6 marks questions, you have to segregate all the questions, 10 marks questions and 6 marks questions. For 10 marks questions, how much you need to write, that you have to decide it. As per that only, examination point of view only, you have to write the notes. Introduction, meaning and definition, sections, subsections, key points, each key points of sections or subsections, each key points to be elaborated 2 to 3 lines. Then after, at least for each question, 10 marks question, you have to write 2 case laws. If it is case 6 marks question, you have to write 1 case law which is relevant to. In case of any illustrations, you have to write the illustration, and conclusion also you have to write. Like that, if you prepare those questions on your notes, it is very easy to understand, and it is very easy to reading while your examinations. During your LLB examination, you can able to take your notes. You can study very easily. So remember of each answer, it is very difficult, because LLB is a vast, there are 5 units will be available on each subject. In 5 units there are many topics which we need to cover. So that is the reason sometimes we may forget the answers in the LLB examinations. So if you prepare like this, at least if you prepare while writing itself, something will get into in your mind. So after that, what you have to do after completion of your notes, please study at least 2 days one subject, 2 days one subject, 2 days one subject. Like that you have to cover your studies. So initially they may take 2 days to study for each subject. Then after, if you are familiar with that subject, 1 day is enough for each subject. This is my experience, my own experience I am sharing with you all, to adopt these tips in your life. So while answering, you will have a key points. So that key points you may not remember. If you only go through studies, you may not remember. For those key points, at least you have to practice it, writing, and you have to practice those key points. You need not to write in depth what it is. If you know India, you can write something about India. If you don't know the India, what it is, India country, what it is, if you don't know India, in inside what, you will not know anything. So that my advice, if you know key points, at least you can elaborate and you can write on your own way. Means at least 2 to 3 times if you study about key points inside, obviously you can able to write on your own. Key points are very important. If you remember key points in the LLB examinations, it is very easy to write your LLB examination. So what our students are facing, so they study all question, but in the examinations definitely they may forget the answers of each. So while recall and recollecting the key point itself, there is a big task for our students. So if you don't practice in a very well manner, definitely you may not write in the LLB examinations. There is a time constraint. During of 3 hours of time, you have to complete all 10 questions. 6 marks questions 5 and 10 marks question 5. You have to complete within 3 hours of time. Within 3 hours of time, if you recollect the key points and recollect, if you spoil time, recollecting your answers, you cannot able to write. You cannot recollect. That if you start writing means in mind, your mind should be automatically coming key points. If you don't remember your key points, definitely you cannot able to write answer. You can write introduction, you can write conclusion, you can write case class, you can write illustrations, but key points, if you don't know the key points, that answer will not fulfill, my dear friends. So that is the reason you have to practice through writing, especially for key points. So that is one method, and one more method is there while sleeping, or while taking, whenever you are taking rest time, you have to recall or recollect the of each key points. Take one question, you have to recollect the key points, especially you have to recall the key points and recall the case class. So if you don't recall or recollect your answers, definitely you cannot able to write LLB examination, my dear friend. So one example I will give. In human rights law and practice, there are n number of convenants. There are many countries which they have adopted human rights. So those kind of things, it's a vast. If you don't practice through writing, especially key points, you cannot be able to write in a speed manner. You can write, you have to recollect whatever you have studied, recollecting the answers. While recollecting the answer itself, your time will be lapsed, my dear friends. Your mind will be very sharp, and you have to start writing means that automatically key points get into your mind. So that is why I used to always tell all students that which answer you know very well, that you have to prefer while writing your examinations. That is very important. If you written well one answer, definitely you will get confident to write the answer for the another question. So that is why this is the main important tips I have adopted in my student life. I have succeeded if through these methods. I would like to I'm not forcing you to adopt these methods, because every individual is unique. Dynamics of human behavior, everyone has their own strategies to remember their answers, but this is my experience and my thought and my expression I'm expressing in this video. If you watching this video, if you can able to try for these steps, you can able to score your LLB examination, my dear friends. Recall the answers, recall the key points are very much essential to remember your answers, my dear friends. If you know key points very well in the LLB examination, definitely you can score very good score, especially case class, especially articles, especially orders, especially like sections and subsections. If you written very well key points along with sections, sections and subsection, if you write, definitely the evaluator will come to know at least this student have studied very well. And presentation also is very important. So this video I made specifically for how to remember your answers. To remember your answers in the LLB examinations, the first and foremost tip is you have to prepare your own notes. You have to make key points, short notes you have to make it. In the examination time, you have to recall the answers, recollect your whatever you have studied. You have to write through practicing of writing. Through writing, you have to practice your key points, especially if you write your key points, definitely you can able to remember, and you can able to while writing the examination you can recall very easily. Otherwise, to waste your time through recollecting your answers. So I hope this video have been clarified how to remember your answers, what are the methods or tips which we need to follow to remember your answers that I have explained in this video. I hope this video will get useful for all, especially LLB students. Please do subscribe my channel so that you will be notified very good videos like this. Thank you.